Hello there. Welcome back to Great Golf Tourism. In this video, I want to look at a question on domestic, regional, and international tourism. So we are going to look at question 9 on this question paper. Our question reads, study the information below and answer the questions that follow. So you are given a Paris 2024 Games wide open. So you're given information which you just need to go through. And beneath that, we are given mascots of the 2024 Olympics, and you can see that we have two mascots, which we have A and B. And so I believe that's where we've got our questions. So our first question reads, refer to the dates of the 2024 Olympic Games. Give one reason why it is called the Summer Olympics. So obviously, we need to justify why we are calling the dates given as Summer Olympics. So we refer to the dates given. So you see that the dates that are given are indicated from uh, July, July to August. So obviously, you know that Paris is in France, and we know that and France is in the northern hemisphere, and you know that in the northern hemisphere, summer months are July, August, and September. So that makes July and August also to be a part of our to be part of summer. So that's why it is called as the Summer Olympics. So we have that description in the other section where we are saying July, August, and September are summer months in the northern hemisphere. So that is going to be your response. So moving on to the second part of our question. So our second question reads, differentiate between the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games in terms of participants. But we know that the Olympic Games they are considered the world's foremost sports competition with more than 200 teams, and of course those 200 teams will be representing different states. And you see that participants that we see in the Olympic Games are able-bodied. They are able-bodied, and we are saying they do not have disabilities. Whereas compared to Paralympic Games, whereby we are having participants having a range of disabilities. So that becomes the difference that we have between the two. So we have also that, as a section where we are saying the Olympic Games are aimed at able-bodied athletes, and the Paralympic Games caters for participants who are differently abled. So obviously, we are saying they are not able-bodied. So we can optionally we can also say Olympic Games are for participants without physical challenges, and the Paralympic Games are for participants with physical challenges. So any two of these responses are also correct. So we go to the next part of our question, which is now 9.1.3. The mascots of the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games are marked A and B. Identify the mascot that represents the Paralympic Games. So we are saying the Paralympic is associated with participants with the disabilities. So if you look at the mascots, you'd see that the mascot that we have got A and B, and we have to choose which one is Paralympic. So we are going to see that B represents the Paralympic. Why? Because you'd see that the prosthesis is in one leg. You see that it's appearing in one leg, in the other one does not have a prosthesis, which indicates that it's not able-bodied, which is different from the mascot A, which have both legs with prosthesis. So basically, this is the main difference that we have, so which is also described in our other section, whereby we are saying B is the one. And obviously, our second part of the question now says, identify and give one reason for your answer to question 9.1.3.8. So you see that we are saying B because the reason is not coming on B because of the one prosthesis that is in one leg. So we are saying the mascot B is a prosthesis in one leg, indicating it is physically challenged. So basically, that's the response that is correct. So we move on to the next part. Discuss one economic benefit for a country hosting a global event. So obviously, we are going to see an influx of tourists in that country, and it's going to lead to earning of foreign currency, expansion of local businesses, as they are going to earn more revenue because of those that are coming in the country due to the event. So that is another response that can also be correct. So we have various responses that are correct according to the question, but if you try to refer back to the question, you're going to see that uh, our question only is looking for one economic benefit. So out of all these benefits, you can just pick one. The first one is saying it will bring more foreign income to the country, which is also correct. It will create awareness of the hosting nation. Publicity of the country helps to attract tourists. Investment in the country boosts economic growth. You're going to see that we are this also going to experience economic growth. So we have other responses that are also correct. So I'll move on to the next part of our question, which is saying, okay, move on to the next question, which is now 9.2. And 9.2 reads, study the information below and answer the question that follow. So you are given international tourist arrivals to South Africa, July to September 2022. So we are given international tourist arrivals. So we have got a chart that we have there that we need to analyze before you answer the question. But we are seeing that we have different continents that are constituting the proportions represented in percentages. So we go to the first question, we say, explain the meaning of international tourist arrivals to South Africa. So obviously they are foreign, obviously they are tourists, foreign tourists that are coming inside South Africa. That's the simple meaning of international tourist arrivals to South Africa. So we see that we have that meaning also in the other section where we say it refers to tourists who are entering South Africa from other countries. So basically that's what we have for that part. Then our next question, uh, next question is give give one reason why a country such as Ghana is considered in an African air market. So obviously, if it's an African air market, we are saying the but the tourists that are going to come to South Africa, they are going to come by air. So they are going to use air as a transport means. So that's why it's African air market. So we are saying uh, the majority of the visitors from Ghana reach South Africa by air transport. So that's what it means. And then moving on to the next one, you say, give one reason why a country such as Botswana is considered an African land market. It's a land market because the tourists that are going to come into South Africa, they're going to come by road and also using the rail transport. So basically, that's what we have. So a majority of the visitors from Botswana reach South Africa by land transport, for example, road or rail transport. So that's the correct response that we have. Then the next question is saying, excluding the African markets, identify the continent with the highest percentage of arrivals. So we are not considering Africa, which is 73%. We consider others. So you see that from others, you can just check the number. You can just check the percentage. Which one is the highest? Which is 13%, which is the highest, which is Europe. So Europe is the one that is the highest percentage of arrivals, other than Africa. Then we go to 10.2.4, suggests one way in which the visitor numbers from Australasia and the Middle East at 1% can be increased. So we have got Australasia is 1%. So obviously to increase them, we have to attract them. So obviously our marketing strategies in terms of our tourist resort area, tourist resort areas in South Africa, we should make them aware of benefits of visiting them by marketing them. So basically that's what we have. So we are saying uh, more focused marketing campaigns can be one of the ways. And then secondly, packages that will suit the preferences or needs of the people in Australasia and the Middle East can be another option. So this is the last part of our question. And thank you for listening. And hopefully the video is helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and share to our channel. And let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing great at Tourism. Let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm signing out.